that Styles P freestyle where he rhyming off of just the bass line. You know, again, just feeling that type of situation. And that's what this is. Like, I give a fuck what niggas is doing, B. Like, I really, that's why when I call C, I'm like, C, Reemomeerak still here? Like, I didn't know because I was gone from the whole thing, not knowing that the coalitions, the violators, everybody's still here. And I used to always look forward to calling in and talking to the DJs, but everybody got so big, so now these stars don't call y'all that much no more. But I know what that shit really means, to be able to say, yo, good looking for playing my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the DJs, without y'all, the radio, the clubs, the DJs is still everything. Everything still. But people don't think that.
No, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm happy you said that, because people need to know how much you care and that you're still down for the culture. You know,
right.
The game has changed a lot. It has changed a lot, but a lot of things have not changed. A lot of things have not changed. So, you know, it is grassroots work. It is that one-on-one. It is showing up for your own self and your own music. And a lot of it is like, you put down a foundation that's been here for, shoot, 87? You know, you put out a lot of, you inspired so many other people to do what they do. You know, how many people came out of LI, Queens, Brooklyn, all over New York because of what y'all did. But, you know, sometimes they think that you're Eric Sermon. They can't touch you.
Oh, nah.
But when you when you come down and click in, it's crazy. So, yeah, so shout out to you for showing up and holding it down.
I'm gonna give you one story real quick. What happened was this. It was 28-19 when I dropped Vernier, right? And I was getting these accolades from all my colleagues, the whole nine. So I was like starting this situation of why is nobody making records? And who told them that they couldn't make records, right? So I'm like, I'm watching this with our culture just make this, you know, keep making the same type of tone. And I'm like, yo, there's room. Like, I don't understand why we think that we can't make music. So then Nas stopped making the King Disease albums, and then it started getting a little bit, then all of a sudden Common and Pete Rock came. So I'm like, okay, well, cool. I start to see people coming. But at the end of the day, I was at home. Dynamic Duos was 4 years old, guys. Like, I was at home, like, I'm like, fuck it. They don't want to come out, I'm gonna make records for them. So, because they just think that they can't, and maybe somebody is telling them they can't, but I'm gonna call them myself. So, I called Cypress Hills. I said, I wanna make a record on you. I got Cypress. I called Snoop. I said, Snoop, I got some Nate Dogg vocals. So I did a Nate Dogg and Snoop record. Then I called Conway the Machine. I called Lil Wayne and Game. I said, I'm gonna make a record with y'all, all three of y'all, for the culture. I got that done. And then I was like, yo, I called Havoc. I said, Havoc, I got these Prodigy vocals. So before Mobb Deep was even thinking about doing the album, I already had a record that I was doing. I got a Helter Skelter record. I got a Public Enemy record. I got a Dogtown record. Of course, the Brother Meth you heard. I got a Tupac and Biggie record. Like, so all these songs that Dynamic Dude that I was able to make, I was doing this anyway, before the culture came back. You know, I got a Styles P, Jadakiss song. Like, I'm loaded with this shit. Like, niggas ain't prepared for what I'm about to bring through here as far as this hip hop shit, because like you see my passion, I love this shit to death.
So
that's what's up, man.
So real quick, so this is all coming out on one massive project.
No, it's not one. It's 3 installments. It's volume 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Fire. Fire.
No, but I gotta add to what Eric Sherman is saying, and also too, I think the accountability does have to come to media and influencers. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, because you know when it comes to this social media and this internet, you know it could be a very powerful tool, and it could be a very dangerous tool. You know what I'm saying? And I think the one thing for us, and I'll say me too included, you know what I'm saying? We sometimes have a weird way of overseeing things. Right? And I'm not saying that we feel that okay, it's whack or it's trash, but when you get like an abundance coming at you know what I'm saying? It's only so much that you will cover per se, but also too, it doesn't mean
Right.
that we're being dismissive. Even me, with my platform, you know what I'm saying, the ReemoMeerak brand itself. You know, forever in the day, I've covered the legacy acts to the up and coming acts to the ones that are still here milling the ground, because at the end of the day, I fully believe in this culture. You know what I'm saying? Who I look up to, the media people I look up to, the Fab Five Freddy's, the Angie Martinez, the Sway Callaways, the Michael Basements,
Right.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they never were biased or anything like that. They were impartial. But they were impartial because they wanted the story to be outtold. You know what
How
I'm
they
saying?
should be told.
Right.
But my thing is, there's a difference between doing it for check and doing it because you love it.
Right.
And you can feel the difference.
Right.
You know, when I hear, you know, E talk about the passion and why you're doing it is actually it means much more. And I think you're right. Like for us as media, we have a responsibility to put energy behind that, you know, and by creating content for it, by talking about it. These skills, I know you wanted to talk. Go ahead, you want with Eric Sermon.
The green eye bandit can't stand it. With more fruity or loose than that, you can't stand it.
And Phil, what's up, homie?
What's happening? What's happening? Eric Sermon, man, you a legend, bro. Salute to you and Ferris Smith, man. EPMD, man.
Mm-hmm.
My dad play your music still to this day. And it wasn't for y'all, I still got all your albums, man. Like,
Appreciate that.
if it wasn't for you in Paris, man, I wouldn't be the man I am or the artist I am today.
Appreciate it.
I got a few quick questions, man. Like the Dynamic Duos project, man. Like, what records on the album that you most proud of? Because I'm feeling the Bread and Milk joint that you did.
Oh, well, I'm shooting the MOP. When I tell you, when you hear this MOP, nigga, you gonna be like,
oh yeah,
it's gonna make you. You know how when you have those fighting songs when it's so angry. Yeah, but again, even though when I hear it, it sounds like Reemo. I didn't do it on purpose, these skills, but it sounds like Pre made it. But again, like I like that record a lot because it gets response from the people around me. But I like the Snoop and Nate Dogg song too. But the Mobb Deep record is crazy too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I said, on this song is 8, and I'm on there too. Not with EPMD yet. I'm on there with 38 Special. So you know, so you got right. So again, I like it because like this, the attention span of people trying to accumulate all this stuff at one time. That's why I had to break it up, because if I didn't break it up, then again, like Homer was saying about the J Electronica, it's too many records to try to consume and go through and try to ingest. So I'm like, nah, let me just do it this way. And then it give people a chance to take these 7 records and then fuck with them, you know, however you want to, you know, do it. And then volume 2 will come 2 months afterwards. So it's not a long wait. It's a 2-month thing in between. So November 6th will be the release for volume 1, and then January will be the release for volume 2.
Right. Once again, man, I'm feeling that Red and Milk joint, and I also like the joint you did with Salt and Pepper as well.
Oh, yo, see, still I fuck with you, nigga, because again, like, because 300,
man.
Because 300, the label 300, they got canceled. So that with the mix of her, Megan Thee Stallion, Gunna, Thugger, all that got lost. So that record got lost. I'm so mad because that was a dope record for the girl.
Man.
Yeah.
We lost the streak.
Right. One more thing, man. How's Keith Murray? How's Keith Murray and Marley G, man? They good? They straight?
I haven't talked I didn't talk to Marley in a while, but my man was with him, and I texted Keith Murray 2 weeks ago, and he's doing good because Keith is dropping the project too.
Oh man, I can't wait. Is that a legal album and Marley G's first album?
Oh, Jamal had the album. He had it.
I was bumping them shit last week, but I just want to wrap it up. Man, say Shout out to you and Paris and DJ Scratch, EPMD, the whole Def Squad.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you.
Red Man, Steve Murray, and also want to send my condolences to your mother, man.
Okay, thank you, D. Appreciate you. Peace. I got you.
All right. Quantum, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, man, I was just gonna say, man, first off, shout out for being on the call. And that joint was dope. That was the first time I got a chance to hear it.
Oh, what? Quantum, for real?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
And you know, I kind of wanted to bring up what y'all just brought up about, you know, media and so forth. I do ask because, and I just want to say, I've been on the air for 10 years. I actually got a chance to meet you when you guys, EPMD came down here and performed at the Breakfast Club, my man Marcus, back in I think 2016, 17. But I do ask that as artists, y'all kind of look out for us as well, the smaller markets, because I make sure that these sounds are being heard. It was funny you were mentioning how when Nas dropped the Magic and King's Disease series, how things was lifting up. For me, it was just add 9 because I've seen people come back. You know, Gangstar came back right before the pandemic. The Tribe album, which I think is just underrated, it came out 2016. I think that,
right.
yeah. So like veterans have been doing it. I think a lot of veterans have been doing it. It's just, I think now there's just more of a look on it. But I did want to ask, because of that, with the whole mass appeal thing that's happening, I feel like they've done a good thing in trying to gather up artists who have been working on projects and now put them out. So I wanted to know, did you ever talk with them, especially with you doing that Mobb Deep record? Did you ever talk with them about putting this out through mass appeal? Was there ever a conversation, anything like that?
Nah, I felt that, listen, I'm a producer and I'm also a company owner.
Yeah.
So I can't see myself going through somebody like that, you
Gotcha.
know, because I am mass appeal, meaning that I'm already my own company, my own thing. So those are artists that are signed to a label. I'm not that. I always had artists that I had under me. So I always had an imprint. So it wouldn't have made no sense for me to go do that. Because everything that Master Pro can do, any other platform can do too, that I can do with me personally and not have to go through that. So not that nothing was wrong with it. I'm not considering myself them because those are artists. I always had companies. So, you know, Redman was signed to me, Keith Murray was signed to me, Dave Halster was signed to me, Dr. Bex Koso was signed. These are people, I did this already, so I don't need to go and do that route. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I respect it because they needed that. And they don't know how to do that and put records out and do all that. So they need that structure. I don't.
Okay, and the reason why I say that only because it feels like to me, just from the couple of people that we've had on, it seems like mass appeal is more distribution, and and with what, you know, obviously Nas being affiliated, it has garnered more attention when these records drop, because again, Raekwon has dropped, Ghostface has dropped, and so forth. So it just seems like it's more of a way to get the name out there a little bit more. That's the reason why.
I want to say one thing, and this is somebody who might have controversy with this though too. The clips changed everything for us.
Oh, my fault. There's no,
Really?
There's no
You think so?
Without them, the look that they got opened up everything. Nobody did this before they came. Nobody was giving us eyes and looks at this magnitude until they came. No one. I don't know if you gotta go back and look, and people, and it be right in your face. There was nobody getting no looks like this until them boys came. A 52-year-old person and a 47-year-old, and the way that they rolled out and they came out and the way it was, it opened up everything. That's how we got eyes. And that's how you're able to appreciate the Raekwon coming, and the Ghostface coming, and my shit coming. Nobody was looking like this. Years ago, whatever like that, and the album just came out though too, Quantum, and niggas just like, okay, the album came out. Now we getting looks. The records that get my algorithms is up. I would never had that. They opened up all of this.
I don't want to take over the call, but I think that's a conversation I would love to have that conversation a little bit deeper because I slightly disagree. I understand where you're coming from. I slightly disagree. But I do want to say this. I want to ask this real quick.
But listen, but name your look before them.
Yup.
So I'm gonna say this. I think, and I said this on this call last year. I think this started definitely last year, and I'm gonna tell you why. When the Meerak and Common album dropped, the LL dropped. You start to get more attention for even the MC Light. MC Light got more attention for a record, and so I have to say, and I'm known to tell people, I think every fourth and fifth year of decades is when hip hop shines. 94, 95, 2004, 2005, 2014, 2015. 2024, 2025. I think a lot of hip hop shines in those years. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's why I said it would be a longer conversation.
Agree or disagree, but 2025 to me is the change when hip hop changed.
Yes.
I think it's more, no, trust me, I agree with you. I think it is more people because there's also more volume. But I think the momentum started last year, and for veteran artists, yeah.
No, but I bring it up. I bring up in my conversation about people I can see on Smooth.
Yeah, of course.
I bring it up all the time.
But I get what he's
that
saying.
we got, not just the nigga that you got a Grammy nod. That's whatever. And people underground fuck with it. Everybody is looking at the veterans right now.
The youth wasn't fucking with
No, I like I said, it would be a long conversation. I don't want to hold it.
I'm gonna call you so we can have it.
That's what I'm.
No, you need to be on Quantum Leap. You need to come on Quantum Leap Radio and we can talk about it. That's what, you know.
Need this combo that happened with me and you, nigga. We do.
Yeah.
I like this.
I'm down, man.
Listen, Quantum Leap Radio's in Houston, Texas. It's a good place to have a good conversation about music.
My favorite spot.
There it is. Well, you know, Quantum's down there, and this show goes hard. All right, Big Red, please give us your thoughts.
Oh, shit.
Can you hear me?
You got a character. Hey,
Man.
That's dope.
I don't look too good right now, so I gotta put my AI out there, man.
I got you.
But hey, man, I just want to thank you for being on the call, man. I just want to give you your flowers, man. Being one of our hip hop pioneers, man. Just keeping it real with the streets and real with the music, man. And love the joint. I'm a big fan of you, big fan of Method Man, Redman. I wish I could have a Violator reunion, man.
Wow.
I just want to say, man, I was on the call and I was saying my best time of hip hop, man, was that era, man, when we used to have the Def Jam Summit, used to come to Dallas.
Nice.
Was great, man. You know, by the way, I'm from Dallas. I'm in Dallas, Texas right now, so it's a great time for hip hop. You know what I mean? And my thing is with the new movement of music, and like you said, right now, all the veterans are getting the nods right now in 2025. What do you think? Actually, a two-part question. What do you think about hip hop as far as like artists are being united, just like artists were united when y'all did the Def Jam summits and all that, and the whole level would have all the artists come out and all the very different artists that locally will come out and showcase music. Do you think that can happen now? And what are your thoughts on trying to do something like that in the future?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think if somebody puts something together, something will happen. But just know one thing too. That time happened, right? Like I told you, don't get me wrong, because y'all on the radio. The days of getting radio plays over, right? So if you do get a song and you got blessed, that's something dope to do. All of us that are coming out knowing that we're not making no money. This shit is all because we want to do it. This whole game is changed. Like I'm not trying to be famous. I'm already me. I'm not trying to get no new fans. I'm already me.
Yes.
So this shit that we doing is definitely for the culture.
Yes.
And when you hear Ghostface doing what he's doing, and like, yo, Eric, I had this song 20 years ago, or this song, whatever. We're writing because we love the craft, as you can tell, the passion. So us going to do another summit again, it'll be us veterans doing that. Those new people need to have that enforced for them to be able to see something like that and then see how dope that was for them. But for us to do it, it's like, you know, it won't be nothing, you know, it'll be for our age group though, but it won't be special. It'll be special if these new people, the new Johnny that's coming up, if they was able to do that and experience something like that.
That's the point. That's the point.
I believe that's awesome. I believe it's real awesome right there, man. And my last question is, with the situation that happened with Jimmy Kimmel, what are your takes on basically anyone have freedom of speech or everything like that?
Yeah, freedom of speech is gone, which is sad because, again, that's one of the, you know, the things that we, you know, that we held on to, you know, to be able to say what we want to say, and now the world has got so sensitive that we canceling everybody because we can't say nothing. You know, and you do know the answer was that was fucked up. You know, we got a president who can't take criticism and the whole nine. If I was Jimmy, they must have gave him the fucking whole network, because I wouldn't have went back. You know, to me, I wouldn't have. But that's just me. I wouldn't have went back. But he went back because you see what happened. Yeah, Disney, you called him back because your stock was plummeting. So it's not real to me because you did it because you started losing subscribers and then your stock went down. So, you know, that's how I feel about it.
That's a whole fact.
I appreciate you sharing your thoughts and views. And man, again, you see I got the bucket in the background over there. You know,
I got you. I see it.
Yeah, man, like I said, thank you for your influence and your imprint that you put on hip hop. I appreciate you, man.
Nah, I love it. Listen, man, I'm here. Like, I'm not one of those people. I've been this way my whole life. Whoever y'all ask, I don't think nobody more humble than me. I've been this way my whole entire career. I signed every autograph, took every picture, the whole nine, because I respected what it was. I just want people to hear it. I'm not trying to ask for the extra. I just want somebody just to know that music exists and that this hip hop is coming and it's out there and that people know that it exists. That's all I ask for, is that people just let people know that the music exists out here. That's all. That's all we can ask for.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I just had something going off of that energy and everything. And the fact that Big Red comes on with his AI every week.
That's a fire AI.
Your thoughts on AI in the future of music production? Will you be partaking? Do you respect it? Do you not?
Yeah, that's an ill question. They killing me with that AI video.
Oh, man.
Hey, yo, the real hip hop people and the real people in music, they is not fucking with that AI, and I understand it. You know what I mean? But listen, if it can benefit you in a way where it helps you, where you still using more of you, I fucks with it. But as far as it having AI artists and AI making your beats for you in the whole, I don't fuck with that. That's why I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, man. Yo, Eric, I wanted to add on what you were saying about 2025 and hip hop. I want everybody on the screen to understand, he's not speaking on a level about our gen, or even my gen for that matter. He's speaking about the gen afterward. 2025 has been impactful with hip hop because the youth have finally come to terms to understand of what real music is. That's where Eric Sherman's come from. I get what the brother said from Houston before, but that's not what he's talking about. Yes, Pete Rock and Pete Rock and Common's album, when it dropped, yes, it got huge acclaim. But that was on a level of both old school and new school. When Eric Sherman's talking about 2025, you have to understand, even here in New York, you could go even to Jim Jones. Jim Jones's rise, and I'm not saying Jim Jones didn't have a rise, but his rise was because the youth backed it up. When it came to the Clips got crazy heat quick because the youth was messing with it. You had youth influencers, you had youth people, you had the youth talking about it on Twitter. on Instagram, on TikTok. You had that algorithm going. So what Eric Sherman's talking about is the vets are eating very well right now because now the youth finally came to terms. So to better put it like this, I'm an educator, all right? I work in education. So a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, from September to June, my turning point with my students to finally correlate and understand what we as educators are trying to do, it comes around like maybe February, March. So the same thing here with 2025, because the clips were the mark in 2025 for the vets and that explosion. You gotta remember, Pete Rock and them, yeah, they had an ill rollout, but they didn't have the street rollout like Clips did. They didn't have the huge Breakfast Club rollout. The eyes were not on as heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm glad you explained it because you said it perfectly. Because I was trying to, what you said was perfect. Because that's what I was trying to say to Quantum. I'm not saying them albums that didn't come out and make noise. But the look,
yeah,
when the youth came,
the youth pushed it.
It's another whole level.
Right. That's 1,000%. That's 1,000%. There ain't no pushback or disagreement to that. At the end of the day, we have to understand. You can say what you want and say what I'm finished. You can say what you want, say what you will. When it comes to now in this era, right, this specific era, if the youth are not pushing it, regardless of what the older gen feel, if the youth are not pushing it, trust and believe it's going to be a hard road. But if the youth push it and accelerate it, oh yeah, baby, it's go time. You feel me?
Right.
All right, Frat, what's up? What you got?
First, I want to say, man, Eric Sherman, the Green Eyed Bandit.
What's up?
It's an honor.
What's happening?
It's an honor, King. But yeah, so I've been talking to C.O. about some stuff, but man, the hip hop, man. So I work in politics as well, besides the federal director of EPA classes. But we have some investors coming to Ohio. Me and Legend was working on some stuff before he passed. But we have the ability with our charitable nonprofit to host concerts. Wiz Khalifa and Snoop took advantage of this in Toledo, Ohio 3 years ago. They donated $50,000, was able not only to keep all of their money because it was a charitable thing, but we have a way to give some concerts with you guys, and you guys take all of your money home, plus fundraise for some things that have these investors. So I hope you will be able to get in touch with Steele about this, and within the next few months, bring you guys to Ohio. There's a lot of money in hosting shows in the way that I'm speaking of through the charitable, and not only introduce these kids to real music, but also give hip-hop some dollars. The old way of getting money is gone, but there is a streaming way, and then there's a lot of funding. Like he said, if the kids are following it, they're going to invest in it, and we have a way to have our investors invest not only into paying y'all, but to give in the concerts and to have it ongoing. And it's a pleasure to speak to you, big bro.
Okay, I appreciate you. I got you. Hey, see, you heard that?
Yeah.
See, you heard that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna put everything together. There's a lot of great places. He's talking about going to the state and government, and it's 100% great. You know.
Hey, yo, I want to make one thing clear too. I got a rhyme in my one of my records that's coming up on the sermon that's coming afterwards too. But if y'all think I'm trying to get new fans, it's not my plan.
You don't have to.
I already rock those things. And the grams y'all get, they give me the same grams. So understand that I don't need that lane. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I want people to understand that. Like I said, I repeat it, I'm already me. I'm not, so if I'm able to get them to come to me, that's fine. I'm just doing it for my culture. But the ones that's coming out, goes in them, they're not looking for no new fans. They're not looking for radio. They're not looking for that. They're looking for just to support the culture and do what they do. So if anything comes extra, it's extra. I just want people to know that, because people be like, yo, this is the only one they make a record for. Because we know that iHeart ain't playing this. We get all that. But we ain't doing that for that.
I think y'all got a lot of new fans in these kids. I get programs with thousands of youth, young men and women. I do reentry programming, and this is what it is now. A lot of people, recovery, a lot of people, they want to do music, media, AI, learn the programs. And right now, like you said, with the clips, and with a lot of other things in media, you guys are the hope for the future. I don't think too many people come into favor. I know hip-hop saved me, and I think that we can look into some of these opportunities. It's not about the money, because you got money, but it will put money in your pocket. But it will also put money. It's a lot of jobs that we're bringing to our reentrant citizens and our people we have brought out of recidivism and poverty. They get to work the stands. They get to bring their booths to the stand and sell their goods, and we all get to take our checks home without the government being in our pocket.
Listen, I'm not against, I love all that. I was just saying the fact that the reason why we do this though too is hope, because listen, I'm just doing this with all my veterans, because this is what I started off with. I'm eventually moving the culture forward and gonna have new artists as my dynamic duos with all new people, because I want to move it forward. So hopefully, like you said, these kids is absorbing what hip hop is, and like, you know what, I like that shit. You know, because you got the Larry Junes and everybody too that's out there that these young kids like, that are rhyming. So again, it sound like nobody to win.
Look at the real estate market.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at the real estate market. Man,
Well, again, I appreciate you, King. I sent you a couple things in your, I sent a couple things in your message, King. Thanks for the time.
I know he getting close to the destination. We're gonna take these last questions really quick because he ain't got all day, but we respect his time. David Lopez, D. Lopez, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, peace, E. I met you briefly at the Rock the Bells concert. The Rock the Bells cruise like 2 years ago, and I didn't know the history that you, MC Breed, and Too Short had with trying to unify the East Coast and West Coast, like trying to bring that to a peace. So I want to thank you for that history, and then I just want to thank you for that. But also, man, when I found out you was gonna be on, I was listening to Crossover and Headbanger last night. And I was like, which one is better? Like, which one was my favorite? And I still don't have an answer. That was the illest posse cut ever.
Let me tell you something so crazy. Crossover and Headbanger was the last 2 records I made on that album. Those 2 songs wasn't there. I bring something else to Russell, and Russell didn't like it. He said, if y'all drop, we had a song called Don't Play Me for the Next Man off that Business Another Person album, right? And I didn't have Crossover yet. And I was making Headbanger for Ice Cube. I didn't get it to him yet.
What?
So the last day of the studio, we all in there, and Headbanger was done last.
That was the illest posse cut ever, man. You was like superhero. Redman, y'all, K Solo. You had Death Squad on the video. And that was before Wu-Tang came out. So I was a super fan of that. But then Crossover, yo, was that auto-tune? How did y'all change the
No. I sampled Roger. Crossover was so crazy. Roger came out 2 weeks before, right? Before I made the record. And when Russell told me that I had to make another record, I went to the record store and I grabbed Roger's new album and I sampled a song from there, and that's Crossover.
Wow. Yep. And that's crazy because now auto-tune is such a big thing, but you was playing it in the early 90s by sampling Roger Troutman.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, I still don't have the answer what song I like better, but those are 2 of my favorites, Crossover and Headbanger. And also at that Rock the Bell trip, you schooled how you were trying to unify the East Coast, West Coast beef when you did that song with Too Short. And I think I didn't know about that. So thank you for trying to bring some peace during that tumultuous time in our culture.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Okay, one love.
All right. Inspire Radio, keep it brief. Keep it brief.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to let him know that my name is DJ Leonardo Creative. You inspired me, you and Pete Rock, to become a producer. So shout out to you.
I appreciate that. And also number two, when people ask me about production, it's Larry Smith and DJ and Molly Moore. In case somebody didn't know, they asked me a question. Yeah, Larry Smith and Molly Moore.
The question is, who are your favorite producers? Who are the producers that inspired you?
Right, was Larry Smith and Molly Moore, because Molly Moore invented sampling.
Yeah, he did a lot of things
and Larry Smith, Houdini and Run DMC was the first shit that we ever heard sonically like that.
That Queen's connection.
So and then also the inventors of Slick Rick. So it's all Larry Smith.
Man, rest in peace, Larry Smith. I'm glad you said that too, because I know people's like, who is this? That he does not get mentioned enough, man.
At all. We never heard before the Chronic and Dre sonically, Houdini, that sound that he mixed in London, we never heard that. Not that.
Man, so many jewels today, man. It's crazy. C.U.T.S.
I think like Smith also did a record for Furious 5. I think they did
He did. Yeah.
I know.
I'm floored. Headbanger was supposed to be for Ice Cube.
Lot of jewels.
Coalition DJs. I seen that shirt. Coalition.
You know I'm in here, man. Eric, let me tell you something, man. Last time we saw each other was on the Art of Rap tour. Because you know, I DJ for Sugar Hill Gang of Furious 5. So that's the last time we saw each other.
Nice.
So that's the last time we saw each other. I was just looking at our pictures together.
Okay, no. Appreciate you.
And if y'all don't know what the Art of Rap tour is, it's a bunch of the OGs going out on the road and just making a big ass show. If you had never seen the Art of Rap, trust me.
I mean, the Art of Rap only had 4 shows though, but Ice-T did everything. I know.
We did that one show in Vegas, and it was hot in hell.
Yeah.
And it was all like, yo, I swear to God.
He's not lying. At nighttime, it was 114. And don't forget, that was the last time I seen Prodigy and Mobb Deep. And the next year, Mobb Deep went back out, and that's when he got sick at. But the first time I was with Mobb Deep, with Mobb Deep that first time.
Yeah, they went to Arnold Zone.
Yeah, absolutely. And
I was there when
like he wasn't lying. We got the sound check. It was like 110. And when we was trying to do sound check, all the DJs' records was warping.
It was warping.
We was all looking at each other like, you cannot be serious.
And I was there with that.
I just wanted to give you your flowers, and a lot of people don't understand. Like, I live in Atlanta, so I've been to your rim shop back in the day.
Right.
So, and I still work with Jamal, so.
Okay, great. I gotta. My boy Black Nail, the producer, he just sent me something. He just sent me an illegal record for Dynamic Duels. That's gonna be on Volume 2.
The legal's about to drop a new joint. They got back together, so they've been calling me, and we doing some work. But
great.
Like I said, I just wanted to give you your flowers, man, because I've known you for a minute, and we rocked out on the same thing together. So you know what I'm saying? You overdid it, Holmes. You had too much.
Oh my God.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta interject. I know you gotta go, E. But yes, please, I'm glad C.U.T.S brought that up. Dog, I was 8 years old when that shit came out. And I swear to you, E, I know that because I used to record videos off of Yo MTV Raps.
Right.
Can you break down y'all making that track? Who was that guy? Was that dude for real? What was his name? The Hispanic dude.
Frank B went to school with
Frank B.
And Frank was Paris's friend, but he was also our manager.
Oh, he was your manager. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And listen, I'm gonna be honest, Eric. I don't drink, and I'm gonna be honest. I think that might be the reason why I don't drink is because of that song. So I just thank you for bringing it up, C.Style.
But listen, back then, remember, like we all had a house record, right? Everybody had a house record. I don't know if people remember that back then. Like every hip hop album had a house record, and then the rock record came from Run DMC having a rock record, and then LL Cool J going back to Cali. So all this shit was normal. So even though we was kind of forced to do that,
Right.
you know,
Right,
we
right.
and I'm like, and you see, LL was in the video. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've never understood why we made that, but Rush Management, Leo Cohen and Russell, like, yo, we need a song. We need to make a record. So something like this, and we did. And like I said, Paul, I can't believe you brought that up. I did not like that record at all.
Whoa.
You know what? One of my other favorite records that you did, E, was the joint that you did for you and Too Short. That was a classic, and
That record was huge.
Why you songs don't get no props like it should?
No, it was one of the biggest records in Georgia for 7 years.
Yo, listen, and I still play it to this day, and they still.
And when I came home to New York, Funkmaster Flex had it crazy. So I brought Too Short to the Apollo, and the fucking building was shaking.
You remind me of a fat gold chain.
The record was so big, I couldn't believe how big that song blew up. I couldn't believe it. We was just in the see, I was freestyling. I was cursing and saying all types of shit I'd never said before. And I didn't think this was gonna take off, but Greg Street took it.
Greg Street was the one to put it on black.
Yeah.
Well, and I followed suit because I was on Hot 107.9 at the time, and he was on People 03. So I was like, if he gonna play it, I'm gonna play it. And if I didn't have a clean version, I cleaned it up and played it on the radio. So yeah, much respect, much props. You get to see you still there doing your thing.
All right, couple more things before we.
I'm doing the parking garage, so it might cut off.
All right, so real quick, shout out to .hip hop. They're a domain company. Instead of having ericsermon.com, you get an ericsermon.hiphop, and they have given us grace to give you a free domain name, man, on behalf of them. So they wanted to salute you. So shout to .hiphop.
Listen. Next Wednesday and come see me and let's talk with Dizzy Wax and really take pictures and get into it, you know, with all the all the influencers and all the the people all the young people too.
Let's do it. We will be here, man.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you pulling up, man. And yo, remember, the single is out. It's on DigiWax. DJs go download it. Look at them, the Red Man, Method Man, Eric Sermon. Thank you for your time. You already know we got our next set. Oh, shout out to Knife Wonder in the building too. Shout out to Knife Wonder. KP, we see y'all pulling up.
Yo, Knife, that's my boy. That's like, yo, me and Knife, because don't forget, his artist is so incredible.
That's what's up next.
Sweater.
I work for Sweater.
He's on next.
That is one talented dude. You hear me? Like very talented. Writing and singing.
Sweater's right here. Sweater, what you saying, Sweater?
Nah, I appreciate that, man.
We boys. That's my nigga. We boys already.
Sweater in the building.
What up, E?
Yo, but what up, nigga? What's poppin'?
Yeah. Hey, man, trying to get it moving, that's all.
Okay.
All right, E, well, listen, do your thing.
All right.
E. Sermon.
Yes.
I'm a friend of Chanel's. I gotta introduce you to my Filipino artist I'm dealing with, cause you know that Philippines movement is the next movement. Chanel will tell you about it.
No, listen, man. Chanel's a genius. So
I grew up with him.
You already failed. Okay, I'm gonna go inside, guys.
All right, we're gonna play a record and we're gonna come right back with Sweater in the building. Shout out to Knife Wonder, my man KP. Check this joint out.
Lions in the field, wolves pulling up on your gate, hovering over your head, trying to snatch your play. Always snatch with their mask on, all in your face. This is for the real ones pulling up the relay. Secure the bag, but down the way. This is for the real ones pulling up the relay. Secure the bag, but down the way. Will they live or die? I ain't determined yet. Listen to the verses of the murder that cut down for global threat. Respectfully, I disrespect metal fragments inside your neck. You need a ball check. Down ski semi on the natty all day. Balls harder than yards up in the fence. No freaky, liaison dog discreetly. I alley-oop the kite, your boss, you wanna need me. The drip line, still 2-5, they don't fly shit. Hit her with a script, she lied that ass real quick. MIC, survive or die type shit. 30 car lines of full side with my way. Mastermind shit, break time, can't remind it. Not drill smoke on the barrel, extended long sticks.
Drop like it's a driving song.
Status, muzzle over the tip, quiet the hammer, turn it off.
It's a driving song.
It's not a sit down song. It's a driving song. This is for the real ones pulling up the relay. Secure the bag, but snatch the way. Moved out the hood, still got this street shit in me. Any nigga be holding up his pants with the semi. Dapper Jane hook up, Louis Vuitton Fendi. Red bottle of pussy, the X so Remy. Do it better than niggas from the 80s. Little baby head with a bone bitch in a double. KGR, baby, the whole level. Every nigga wanna be on every bitch wanna fuck them. Kill me displaying every color in the spectrum. Can't play like a nigga kicked out the rectum. Can't put your ball to a pigeon like a rapper. Go ahead, get your head up. You know me in these streets, son. Navy on every free tongue like he done. All black whipping the bleach one. Mini mansion, lay on the sand like a beach.
It's alright, bro. It's a car track. It's not a sit down track. In the whip, I played in the whip, but versus like in the players. Yeah, it's the tempo. The tempo's slow.
New but old but new. Shout to Travis Gaddafi. That's the Coopy rap. And Super Dave. Record's called Fundamental. Alright, we are back in the mix. Shout out to Eric Sermon. Shout out to everybody in the building. Man, Sweater, I feel like everybody knows you, bro. Like, this is getting ridiculous, man.
Sweater, what up, bro?
Shout out to DJ Rick. You know, he was down in Atlanta, and he's like, yo, I saw KP. And he called me live. He was like, yo, I'm in the studio with KP. And he just played me this artist named Sweater. And he was so passionate about it. And then Court Digger's like, yo, you know, this kid's Sweater. I'm like, damn. So I had to text, I'm not a DM master. I had to DM KP like, yo, KP. And then he hit me back and I didn't even hit him. I was like, and then again.
Yeah, you left me in suspense, my nigga.
I apologize for that. I apologize because, and then your name came up again and then we're talking just now and Eric Sermon's like, yo, this kid's incredible. So, what the heck is going on? What's your story? Let's start from the top. We need the original origin Peter Parker joint because there's a lot popping off. Everybody talking about, you know, I see him on the podcast. I'm like, wait, what is happening? You know what I mean? So, Sweater, man, first of all, welcome to the platform, to the podcast, to our show. But from the jump, man, how'd you get started? And you know, what's your story to how you are, and everybody knows you, and how you got to where you are now?
Absolutely. Before anything, I do want to say thank y'all for having me on the platform, because from and it'll make sense when I tell y'all my story, but from a behind the scenes standpoint, I've been able to see what C.U.T.S has done for artists, how y'all have taken records and put it through the network and really pop shit up. So I really feel excited to just be here and be the artist here for the first time. So, but other than that, yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm raised out on Long Island. And since I'm a church kid, you know, so music. I was playing instruments, and over time, that turned into just production and writing and just trying to be encapsulated in anything music. Of course, being from where I'm from, hip hop and R&B were very, very influential. And yeah, it wasn't until I started as a producer and a writer. I was doing a lot of work, and I've been blessed over these last years to work with like Neo and
Sierra, Usher, John Legend. It's been a blessing, but it wasn't until I was a student at the Rock Nation School of Music in college. I was there for a year, and that's where I got to meet my professor, Ninth Wonder. He met me as a producer, of course. I was trying to play my beats and everything, but as I started to really do my own demos and started writing for other people, I was sending him these demos that I was making over his beats. You know, at the end of the year, he always throws out a 50-pack of beats on Spotify. So I'll just take those beats, rip them, freestyle, and make records over them and try to get them to like Brandy or whoever. And one day he just pulled me, he was like, hey man, you gotta keep these. I was like, what? Like I never see myself being in that forefront. But of course he pushed me towards that. I would go to North Carolina and we make records. And then of course he introduced my music to KP, which in turn turned into this big trifecta of a team that I have. And yeah, I ended up signing to him in JAMA Records, and he's been a mentor and a huge influence. We also brought it over to LA and Usher, and they've been able to back me as well. And we're building something super special. I feel like the sound, we call it sweater weather. It's this warm, timeless audio hug. We're talking to the women, but it's shit that, you know, the guys could sing along to. I feel like R&B kind of drifted when it felt like fellas wasn't able to sing with the record. You know what I mean? We've never been ashamed, but you know, there's a lot of weird shit people saying now. So my goal is to just make good songs. You know what I mean? I want to define this era of R&B. I want to make stuff that moves people, but just real situations, you know? And that's what I'm trying to do right now with my record, Cozy. I don't know if KP or Ninth want to say something before I intro the record, but that's where I'm at with it. The record, Cozy, is the centerpiece of my debut project. It's the namesake of my debut project, and it's about just intimacy and honesty. I feel like it's what's necessary right now. It's starting to get cold, so it's just a little autumn, fall soundtrack record, and it's been getting real crazy feedback and support, but I just know once DigiWax touches it, I feel like I'm gonna have to go buy a new suit for February. So just letting y'all know.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm excited for you, man, because you know it's not all the time that you get all of this, I guess, organic attention before it even gets big from people who are certified in the game, like people that I respect in the game, and it's great. You know, I didn't know the story about you being, you know, sort of a church kid, but also just a natural musician. I think that's awesome. You know, Brooklyn, Long Island thing, that's awesome. You know, it's giving me the Rodney Jerkins and even Corey Rooney type of story where they weren't necessarily artists, but they were super powerhouse producers that people didn't necessarily know unless you were in the game or you were from their neighborhood. But they're sort of like doing these giant things, but then to jump out with a song that's naturally catchy, I think that's even bigger than what some of your predecessors have done, because you're now taking your art into a different lane and actually being and supporting and performing and everything. So kudos to you for that. That being said, you're writing, you're obviously, you know, performing and everything. What is like the most exciting thing for you right now?
I'm a real like, I try not to look too ahead. I love living in the moment, and I'm a big like, just I live by the journey being a reward. So I kid you not, it's situations like this where it's still exciting me to look forward to like 5 p.m. when I get to play the record for a bunch of people and you hear the feedback, whether good or negative. Like I'm a student at the end of the day, and I'm trying to get this to a point where it's as great as possible, and you don't do that by just turning away from any type of criticism. I feel like I'm young enough to get my music to a point where I know it's not perfect, but I could get close as hell by the time I touch 25. You know what I mean? So I value these spaces, and I value just all the new artist stuff that I'm going through. You know, going to play the records at the clubs for the R&B nights, or going to the stations for the first time and try not to curse on air and stuff like that. So yeah, I just love the journey. right now.
And CL, by the way, when he said that, I don't know if y'all know, he's actually only 22. The nigga just turned 22 in July.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh wow, this guy, what's going on? Prodigy. Before we get into the song, I know Bionic. Shout out to Bionic. He had a question and he wanted to say something. So go ahead.
Now, watch the song first, and then I'll come back.
Okay, well, we can get into Cozy, you know, get to it. You want to say anything about the song so everybody sort of knows why you made it, you know, some of your inspiration? I know you said you did this a warm weather record, but I mean, because it's getting a little cold, but anything else you want to say about it?
Man, it's the first day of fall was yesterday. It's really like the comfort season tune, and it kind of encapsulates what the record or what the entire project is about. Just real R&B is something that I feel like any guy that listens to this is gonna have a shorty that come to mind, whether past or present. So, yeah, this is Cozy.
All right, well, you heard it first. Let's get into it. New music,
yes, sir.
7:30 in the morning. It's kinda early for my day, but I'm so grateful that I'm even yawning. I try my best not to complain, but this bed got a lot of room to roam. The girls next to me, they're still cold, that's a problem. And darling, I'm just being honest. When everything is kinda slow. 7:30 in the morning. It's kinda early for my day, but I'm so grateful that I'm even yawning. I try my best not to complain, but this bed got a lot of room to roam. And pillows next to me, they're still cold, that's a problem. And darling, I'm just being honest. When everything is kinda slow in the morning, and there's no one there, I question why we let it go. We weren't perfect, but still I want it.
Y'all not hearing the song?
Are y'all playing that from the internet, see?
Nah.
Don't talk to everybody and think New York, they might be dealing with some.
Nah. Are you playing from the internet?
Yeah.
First off, thank y'all for being on the call, man. KP was great. I didn't realize you was gonna be on here. Ninth Sweater is already sounding good. We'll say everything back together. Let's see what's happening, man.
Hey man, patience is a virtue, brother.
Nah, no doubt. We'll try it again. I don't know if the
Hey, CL, are you playing from the internet?
Yeah, well, we playing from right now. I'm playing Apple Music. So I'm gonna try it one more time. If it doesn't.
You know what? Do you have the link I sent where you can just play it straight from your from the computer?
Hold on 1 second. Let me do that real quick. Give me 1 second.
You definitely had
2 seconds, guys. I apologize.
Yeah, we can.
Normally we don't be having this type of problems, but.
Yeah.
All right, let me try it again. Check
Yeah,
this
we
out.
can't have Steve Jobs and them cool fucking about shit.
Steve Jobs is crazy. Let's do it. All right, it should be working now. All right, check it out.
In the morning, it's kinda early for my day, but I'm so grateful that I'm even yawning. I try my best not to complain, but this bed got a lot of room to roam. And pillows next to me, they're still cold, that's a problem. And darling, I'm just being honest. When everything is kinda slow in the morning, and there's no one there, I question why we let it go. We weren't perfect, but still I wanna share every little bit of love that I got. From the morning sunrise until we're sleeping. Should I expect you here this weekend? 'Cause if I could be the one to keep you cozy, would you stay for the night? Yeah. Oh, wow. Am I the only one that feels this lonely? Hoping our stars will align. Yeah, I need to know if I could be the one to make sure you're not alone. Cold nights, I keep you warm, hold you tight through the storm. So if I could be the one to keep you cozy, would you stay for the night? Would you keep me in mind? If I could be the one that had your reservations last night. 'Cause when I hit you on your landline, you told me I needed to act right. It's a bad time, and I get it. 'Cause how does a 3
Hey man. Hey, who's the internet provider?
They're at a venue. They're at a venue going live, so their internet watching they on in New York is going crazy. But I've got the record. I've heard the record already, so that's a groovy movie right there. I'm giving it the groovy movie stamp.
That's crazy. That's all.
We love that.
We love that. Yeah. So by the way, I'm DJ C.U.T.S in Atlanta. I'm part of Coalition DJs. I'm the DJ for the Sugar Hill Gang and Furious 5 as well. And 103.7 The Beat. Yeah, man, that joint is a groovy situation. We need to get back to that R&B. I was just having this conversation with my people the other day. I was like, what happened to the good R&B ballads? Like, dudes ain't going back to the old school. Niggas ain't stretching out their arms no more. Niggas ain't doing all this shit. Yeah, they ain't grabbing air no more. They ain't doing all this. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing all that shit. So you know what I'm saying? They need to bring that back to the forefront because that's what made good R&B music and good R&B records. So KP, I salute. Ninth Wonder, I met Ninth Wonder a long time ago when I was there was this DJ conference in South Carolina at Hilton Head. And he didn't even know I was part of Sugar Hill Gang and Furious 5 at the time. So me and him, we got to talking, and I remember this is the one day I'll never forget. Me and this nigga swapped hard drives that day. He gave me his whole Stevie Wonder collection. I'm so forever grateful for that. Like
that's what Mike Wonder said.
One day I was in South Carolina. Sugar Hill Gang and Furious 5 had a show. And I saw Ninth Wonder on the side of the stage. I'm like, oh, it's Wonder. So I just say I appreciate Ninth Wonder for going with this direction because he knows good music. KP, you know good music. You know how it do. Yo, it's a groovy movie, man. I'm giving it the groovy movie stamp of approval. I fucks with it. So let's move on.
You said that, bro.
I appreciate y'all, man. This is definitely one of those joints, man. Yeah, it is definitely. And like you said, it's cuffing season.
Yes, sir.
It's perfect for the cuffing season.
Long live
Bionic, what's up?
Alright, I'm gonna try to keep this as brief as possible, but still, touch all bases. Sweater, first off, I didn't even realize you were an artist. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me turn my camera on. I didn't even realize you was an artist. I knew you were a producer, I knew you were a writer, because one day I'm on YouTube and Help Me Devon pops up in my joints. So I'm starting to watch these shorts and I'm like, yo, who is this cat with these crazy ass takes? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you be checking them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like Devon know what he's talking about, but he's stuck in his way. And the other cat be knowing what he's talking about, but he's stuck in his way. And you be like, yo, bro, I'm a kid. Like, y'all need to get up. And I'm like, yo, some of your takes be wild as hell. And I'm like, yo, he wild as hell for that. But you're challenging the status quo. And that's what this whole music game should be about. And it's weird as hell that, to me, that as an R&B artist, you wound up linking up with Ninth. Ninth knows me. You know what I'm saying? I went to Central. We taught back-to-back classes. I taught at a rec center where I had classes at Central where he was teaching classes.
Well, you should know better because I got R&B records.
I know you do, bro. We can talk about this.
You should know better than that.
We can talk about this, Ninth. Thank you for turning your camera on, bro. But what I'm saying is like, challenging the status quo and just continuing to push and move forward and evolve. You know what I'm saying? And from a producer standpoint, from an artist standpoint, from an engineering standpoint, man, and just moving forward. And the next time you in the backyard, Ninth, I want a phone call. I want to be in the room. I'll shut the fuck up, but I want to be in the room, if you don't mind, sir.
That's gonna be hard to do, Bionic. That's gonna be hard to do.
I appreciate that, though. Yeah, it's a lot of. I feel like we tend to put these invisible parameters on the creativity, and I feel like all of this shit is endless. Like the things that are computers and the things that like we're able to do we put these invisible limits on. So I feel like everything is infinite, you know. And I think we should think more outside of the box now. So that's where I kind of come from. In all aspects of creation. So yeah, I appreciate that, dog. I appreciate you tuning in as well.
Inspire Radio, man. What you got?
Yeah, I just want to say I love the song, and I'm from North Carolina, so I'm familiar with Knife. And yeah, man, that's good music right there. And I'm definitely gonna hit the DigiWax. I'm gonna play that this Monday.
That's better. That way I know.
So shout out to you.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate that, man.
New York, man, are y'all good out there? Y'all still?
Nah, what's going on? Nah, real talk. Yo, listen, man. What's up, Sweater? It's ReemoMeerak, first time meeting you, all that. Two things, man. Number one, I appreciate you, sir. You just got me some, you know what, later on after this event is over, I'm playing that song.
That's what we're here for,
that's
baby.
Number one. That's first and foremost, number one. Number two, just alone working with a great producer like Night Wonder, how do you suppress the fandom in knowing of whom you're working with?
I feel like it's just knowing time and place. Like don't get it wrong. We get to these moments where I just ask questions and I ask for stories because I'm a little version of the historian musically as well. I love the stories. I love hearing the demos and originals and all of that. But at the same time, we got a job that needs to get done. We got a job that needs to get done. And the end goal is always the goal. So, hey man, I love making great music more than anything. And the quicker we get to that, you know, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
My bad. Hey, yo, KP, you need to bring Knife and him down to New Music Mondays with us.
No, we are. We're doing it.
All right, let's do that.
That's all the X.
Somebody got some reverb or something on their phone. Please mute. We don't want to jam up the interview.
Yeah.
Man, so this is crazy because all of this energy, all this love, and it feels early, you know. So I'm just gonna say, yeah, it feels like it's very early. Like this is going to be, one of those top charting R&B records.
Oh no, it's definitely getting a Reemo approved. That's a whole fact.
And by the way, if y'all don't mind, it is early, but in a way that it's clear, like the records, again, Rip came through and I played him a couple of records. Yeah. But this kid, between him and what him and Knife do, is so classic sounding, and not old classic, like fundamentally classic. Like the shit works when you play it. Like the songs do what they're supposed to do, and he writes in a way that he's not wasting words. Yeah. Like it's really to me remarkable that he's doing it at this age, based on all the things that are around him in his age group. It's like it's actually amazing to watch, and I just think he's gonna be here for a very long. Like I'm lucky in the fact that I can say the majority of the artists I work with, whether it's 25 years later, are still, rocking. This is one of them.
No, I got it. Sweater, have you reached your, Mount Rushmore of collaborations yet, or in production, or the other, are there other, superstars or people that you'd love to still make records with, that you haven't?
In production, no. In artist notes too, but I feel like I'm very close in artists. I feel like all I'm missing is Hov, and I want to do a hook or something for Hov if he ever decides to rap, and 3 Stacks of course. But if they don't want to rap,
you get 3 Stacks. Woo.
Yeah, but
hey, I'm sorry, I got my homeboy who just jumped in the car. This is Ray Murray from the world renowned.
Hey, don't start talking some crazy shit. Let's go to the store.
He on his coordination.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back to DJ.
But on the producer side, I feel like we almost did it. I'm kind of cheating a little bit if I but we got this organized noise joint.
So CL knows this record, but we can't do it because your Wi-Fi ain't legit today. I was almost gonna call an audible.
But we got this. I think the last on my production, I got the chance to work with Pharrell, and I love that. And I think the last one, which I kind of got to earlier this year via a sample, and we got the love from, but I don't really count it for real. Is I need my Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis joint, like for real, not off of a flip. But if I can get one with Jimmy and Terry, maybe one with Face, that'll complete it. But I think I'm close. I think I'm gonna get it soon.
Good.
If 3 Stacks don't feel like rapping, yeah.
So CL, I was sitting over here thinking when Ray jumped in the car, like I might call the audible on that other record, but because your Wi-Fi is not really successful right now,
hold on. The Wi-Fi, that don't got nothing to do. Send it to Quantum. We can still.
Yeah, send it. Hey, send it over here. Listen. I got that back.
Okay, you know what? Send it to Quantum. Go ahead. We're going for it. We're gonna play some shit. And here's the thing, y'all. I need y'all to be on this motherfucking Cozy record because this is going to get us to be able to do the rest of the things that we can do. And I'm gonna play this record because the one that says jamming like fuck, and as DJs, as a DJ myself, it's the record I wish I had. So go ahead, Quantum, when you get it.
Yeah, I'll let them send it over to me in the meantime. So also C.U.T.S.
Yo,
you're in. It's the echo's coming on your end, just to let you know. So
no, it's not.
Yeah. While we wait to get that, 9th, are you still on the call right now?
Yeah, I'm right here. Yeah.
Okay. As I wait to get this, I want to address one little thing I have with you. Currently, right now, Ruben Vincent is your artist, and as a person who is on FM radio here in Houston, we've actually met. We've met before. You know about HISD and the Hue. So
yes.
I was managing them.
Oh wow, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah. We met back in 2014, and the Hue name came from a meeting that we had at the Galleria at a hotel you were staying at. But Ruben Vincent, we need some DJ packs, man. I actually had 32 flavors on deck for this week. That's from last year, but I know y'all got some new stuff out. But it's hard to get Ruben Vincent DJ packs from you, man. So please holler at DJ Wax or something. Yeah,
I got you. I'll just KP. Who else?
I'm gonna make sure. I got you.
Okay.
No doubt.
I'm gonna shoot the DJ Wax stuff over to you.
Okay, yeah, and I'm still waiting on that track, KP. So just let us know if y'all need to. You can send it. If you got somebody there, they can send it to QL Radio.
Hold on one second.
At yahoo.com. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Okay, please do.
Hold up, you got steak on your age.
There you go, C.U.T.S. There you go. You good now.
I am.
Yeah, I went out and came back now.
Well, I always got questions, man. And back to Sweater, he's asking about, being that it seems like you have a lot going on, right? So you're clearly in the studio. I know how that life can be in terms of just being in a creative space, but it's also a black hole to a degree. And then you're also doing promotion, you got a new record, probably got a lot of, personal things going on as well. How do you stay zen with it and with all of it? What do you do to sort of recenter yourself and keep your clarity mentally, physically, spiritually?
I think my biggest thing is just remembering that without a real life to live, I got nothing to write about. That keeps me in mode to just live a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm still around. All my homies just graduated college, so it's like being around that energy still, while understanding that I have responsibility to show up for my job and like kick through these doors that have been unlocked to an extent for me. Like I'm still keep tunnel vision to what I gotta get done, but at the same time I understand that if this gets to a point where we kind of want it to get to a point where, I can't move around as loosely as I do right now. But at the same time, I understand that when that does come, a lot of these stories, I won't be able to really live out as much. And my biggest thing has always been is to just live as much as I can so I can have as much to talk about, because I hate stories from the non like relatable sense. Like, I don't relate to you not being able to walk in Walmart and every shorty wanting you. So like, it's certain things to an extreme extent. I never want to be unrelatable to my audience in any possible way. So I think it's just remembering that, hey man, there's a real life out there. Live it, and every situation may yield a net positive, which is a hit record. So why not?
Yeah, man. Well said.
Yep. Did you get that?
Well, while they're working that out, my other question was, from a art and production standpoint, will AI help or will AI hurt when it comes to music?
I'll be honest, I don't really subscribe. I haven't done my research, if I'm being honest, because I think I grew up in a church. I grew up as a musician. I play nearly any non-brass instrument that is here. So a lot of these records, I am playing keys on. I'm playing guitars, and I'm self-sufficient in the ability of getting what's in my head out in print. So I really don't. I will say the part of AI that has helped, and I think has helped nearly all of us as DJs and producers, is stem separation, because now I could take these organized drums and throw my own keys and chords behind it. But as far as generative and having it create for me, I haven't gotten there yet. I don't really have an opinion on it just yet, but who knows, man?
Last question before we get into this record, because I don't know if it's queued up yet. What else are you, I would say, like, obviously, again, things are just starting, but things are moving. What would you like to achieve between now, I would say, mid next year? What does that look like? Success. What does success look like for you?
I want to get this off the ground, man. I think Sweater, from a music standpoint, the project that I'm creating is very, very strong compared to who the world may think my contemporaries are. So I want to get these records out and heard. At the same time, I do want to still keep writing and producing for others. So I feel like there's a reality, whether maybe not a half a year from now, but maybe a year or two from now, where I can live in a Neo or Babyface world where I am the record and I'm also helping create the record. And that, that 1 and 2 on Billboard could look like Sweater and Victoria Monet, that written by Sweater, or Brandy produced by Sweater, something like that. So I want to be able to concurrently balance being a producer and a writer, but I think my focus right now is the artistry, because I think I'm smoking a lot of people musically, like with some of these records, and I think the world should get the chance to hear that. Sure.
Yes, talk that talk. Let them know. All right, so I think the record's queued up. Before we play it, just tell us a little bit about what we're being previewed on and what every DJ and radio personality is about to hear.
Okay, I'm gonna start on this one, if y'all don't mind. All right, so Sweater at the end of last year came down to Atlanta, and like we were, I think almost done with the project, and we were happy. He was just in the studio writing, but he was, in Atlanta hearing shit that probably he wasn't hearing in New York. So, rolling around, he's picked up some sounds. And one night he hit and was like, yo, I did something. Cause as a DJ, I was like, my nigga, I really wish I had an up-tempo. Like a legit record that I could play instead of when I get into that, you don't have to call space at night. I don't want to stay in an old school space. I want a new record. And he was like, I think I did it. So that's my part of the story. So you can finish.
Hey man, I think you kind of said this. I think you'll hear a duality between this, and if you've heard some of the stuff I've done with that, then the cozy record. Like you get a difference for sure, but this is I think this is one of those. It's HBCU season. I feel like it's a step. It feels like
we know about that season. Let me tell you, the Ruger Sprayer knows about them type of seasons. Let me tell you.
Okay, listen, like, and before you play it, that's what I think what is making like this project. Sweater has been able to soak up from like a bunch of really amazing spaces. So with Knife guiding him into what to look for, this motherfucker really he's soaking up game like in a way that I've never seen. But anyway, the record's called Good Thing.
Yep. Let's do it.
All or nothing, this isn't free. Give me a chase before we get higher. I don't want much, but I've had enough. Been second guessing, just ready to buy it.
It's Atlanta on top right here. So I said I know what's going on. I said I know what's going on right here. I know what's going on right here.
It's just me. Tell me that you feel the same as me. Cause I know that eventually we can turn this into something. Baby, trust me. And though we spent these hours only talking, girl, I feel like you'd do anything for me. Before they shut this down, we gotta face it. So let's separate all our wants from our needs, cause we gotta everything going on. I don't wanna lose it. But at the same time, I don't wanna get this thing confused. We got everything going on. I don't wanna lose it. But at the same time, I don't wanna get this thing confused. You see the lights coming on, it means that it's time of day. Now what I look like leaving this club.
It's a rooftop. It's a rooftop in Atlanta. That's what they do. This shit big.
Baby, this is me. Watch how you move for me. I can see this turning into something.
This is the rooftop. This is the Buckhead. It's the Buckhead lounges. Buckhead, trust me, I know Atlanta, trust me. Woo! Midtown Atlanta. Woo! No, I like it. I need to land here. I want to. Oh, really?
If you're the right type for that grind, then you say yeah, yeah. If you're the right type for that grind, then you say go. I need my flower, no dancing. I need my sexy ladies for dancing. Make a good day last forever. Ooh, we got everything going on. I don't wanna lose it. But at the same time, I don't wanna get this thing confused. Yeah. We got a good thing going on. But at the same time, I don't wanna get this thing confused, yeah.
My creatives, that shit is Reemo.
Okay, so KP, I see why with Ray Murray in the passenger seat, you wanted to get that one off, dog. I see. Shout out to the Dungeon family, man. That was hot.
Big. Nah, that's definitely, that's Midtown Atlanta energy. If y'all ain't been to Midtown Atlanta in the brunches, that's definitely Midtown Atlanta energy. That's a whole fact.
Hey, man, let's kill it.
That's a whole fact.
What the hell, man? Groovy fucking movie. You was on the goddamn Barbie, goddammit. Let's go!
That's a Reemo approved.
What are we waiting on? What are we talking about here?
Hey man, you know what, man? Who are we to tell y'all what to like? But we need y'all on focus. We need y'all to focus so we can keep this money
I
going.
definitely got y'all in the review. That's a hell yes.
Oh yeah? Okay. Hey man, do it. Hey man.
No, yo, brother, I just DM'd you, KP. So yeah, that was me that DM'd you.
Okay.
So the
let's get it.
energy's up for the record. Big Red, what's your thoughts, man? The Big Red, okay. Go ahead.
Here we go. My thoughts on the record. Hey, first of all, I want to say what's going on, Sweater, and then I wondered everybody else in the building. Hey man, this is hot. Not gonna lie to you. It was giving me Ursha vibes. You know, it was giving me. It was key changes. It was. It had melody. It had everything you wanted. It was like going inside of a bottle and picking what you want and getting what you need. I like it. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to say is, man, musically, man, this is a joint, man. This is real good. You know, I really enjoy it. I'll put it up. Good brunch party. You know.
All right, wait.
Good vibes.
Wait,
Good vibes.
let's huddle up real quick.
One question. Pass the mic.
Let's huddle up for 2 seconds real quick.
I see you do a couple of.
I said let's huddle up real quick because Tariq ain't here yet.
It was small.
I think we should just start
when I
arranging
first saw
some of
you,
the
you
shit.
did
So
one of the little mic things, man. I can't think of it right now, but
you got to remember 617.
Is going to do something. And this is before we actually just.
So let's do it now.
You been on the call. I had to just join into your situation, man. The music, you've been fired since like last year, man. And just to see you now on the call, I'm happy. What are your views, man, as far as your music and being an R&B artist? And I'm gonna say this: I'm a big guy myself. Being a big guy, you know, we represent the 2X up. You know what I mean? So, so what are your take in R&B with the ladies, man? Because they treat us like teddy bears, you know what I mean? So what's your take on it, man? Being a plus size man, killing these melodies, man, and also
the other thing, D, I did charge one phone. The other one wasn't charging.
Hey man, it's
charging now, but I
hear it in my
still
music.
want to try.
Reflection of my actual life. I'm here to keep.
If you still want to try the,
keep it cozy. It's getting cold. You know what I mean? She need a little, teddy. I'm here, but it's real. It's always been here. It's not unique. We've had reverts. We've had and I think there's not only an open lane for that in a stature wise, but I also think, man, the music right behind it, it's real. You know what I mean? So I feel like that combination. I feel like there's a whole back in it at all. If anything, I think there's a wide open layup. You know what I mean? I'm here to keep shorty warm. I'm here to keep it cozy and yeah, all of these songs are supposed to be like audible hugs to the shorties. You know?
Wait a minute.
I'm not gonna be the artist that act like I'm doing everything is for the art. Of course, I'm contributing to the art, to the world, but ladies, come on, I feel like the artist in my lane. I write a lot, right? I'm still a songwriter, and the reason why it's tougher for me to write for a lot of the guys in R&B is because there's this trend of talking about women.
That's the only thing.
And that's not the R&B that I felt personally.
The roadcaster. Okay, you see the black strip below you?
I feel like, listen, and if the world agrees with me, the world will love it. That's what I like about good R&B artists, man. If they want to give something, the women can feel the good. And I like it that when artists give you, lead it to the imagination, you know.
That's all I need. What I'm gonna do at 7, like while they doing that, I'm gonna just set the DJ stand up with this camera, and I'm just gonna stream just like that. I don't need to reach all that other stuff to the stream.
I'm gonna end the call around 6:30.
Alright, so let's do this then. Let me go get the car out the drop, do the interview, do the Zoom interview, 6:15 in the car, park it up, and then come back in, and then we could do all of that together.
We can just move that down real quick. Yeah, let's get it out of the way. We don't need it.
All right, my careers, that's what happens here on Digital Whack Wednesdays, you feel me? You know how my slogan goes, hands over the eyes, ain't the white baby. Two up, turn that turn up, Ruger's up.